Welcome, everyone. Do you guys remember, like sands through the hourglass? These are the days of our lives. So, yeah, it's like a cool little 5-minute timer I have here. Not that I'm timing anybody, just thought I'd show it around people. So, I'm going to start by lighting some sage, and I'm going to actually type in kind of like the little house rules here. All right, so everyone who wants a reading can ask me 1 to 2 questions. Yeah, wants a mini reading can ask me 1 to 2 questions. Please keep it to 2-question max. Maximum to skip. I don't know if I can pin. Yeah. Okay. And then to skip the line, it'd be great if I could pin these comments. To skip the line, you can donate $2 minimum per question, 3-question max, to my PayPal, which is paypal.me, CultiveDestiny, or Venmo at CultiveDestiny. Hey, everybody. Okay, so those are the rules. And then for an in-depth paid reading, email me, cultivedestiny@gmail.com. Yeah, it has been a while. I was in Bali for 9 days, but it's been a while anyway in general. And then I was in Hong Kong for 1 day, but I didn't really hang out in Hong Kong. It was like a layover. So yeah, Bali 9 days was awesome. So yeah, let me know if you'd like a reading. And I also have my oracle card decks here: romance angels, crystal angels, wisdom angels, and the answer is simple card decks here if anyone wants that. And I do want to start, I've been meaning to do this. I just need to get my life together and organized, but I've been meaning, I kind of want to do like tarot Tuesdays or like a regular weekly, once a week minimum, once a week or twice a week max, but like a once a week minimum schedule where everybody can know what time I'll be on and what day for live videos, because I've just been doing it so like randomly. But yeah, Bali was really cool. Everybody there is like mostly Buddhist, and I went to this purification temple and just got to like go in the water, wear a sarong, and purify myself. I got to play with the monkeys. I got to, like go in this waterfall. And they also have like a nice nightclub and some beaches and things. But I liked the spiritual aspect of it the most. So yeah. So reading wise, we got Sydney, Janeth, and I Love Old School. So let's go in that order. Unless they don't want a reading, then we can just go straight to I Love Old School. Feel free to type in your question, type of reading you want, or we could just do like general advice from your angels if you don't know what you want. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. Please cleanse the card decks. This reading is for all the viewers of the Cult of Destiny channel. Please open up my third eye and just recenter and focus me and cleanse all my chakras: throat chakra, third eye, intuition. Grant me the clarity. Thank you for being here. All right. So, some sage for y'all. Okay. It's a little hot where I'm at today, you guys. It's like nighttime. It's like 80 degrees. What's up with that? And it's like, what month are we in? It's like end of September, almost October. It's like, why is it so hot right now? Okay. So it's like making my lighting of sage a little bit questionable. So thank you, Spirit, for all the answers. Sydney would like to know, how is Eric feeling about her? All right. Also, if you're new, I'm not sure if I Love Old School is existing forever, but if any of you guys are new, please subscribe. my channel, who would support the channel and help me to grow a lot. Thank you. All right, so how is Eric feeling about Sitting of Swords right now? How is he feeling about her right now? How's Eric feeling about Sitting of Swords right now? How's he feeling about her right now? Okay, how else is he feeling about her? Clarify the Nine of Swords, please. Clarify. Can you clarify that again, please? Nine of Swords, what is that about? Okay, so is the Nine of Swords pertaining to him, himself, to Eric himself? Is that a yes? Yes. Okay, and clarify the Nine of Cups in reverse, please. Nine of Cups in reverse, please. Okay, so I am sensing that he does really like you. He finds you very confident, very attractive, and yeah, very confident, attractive. Someone who, like, I feel like you know what you want or you own your power. Just a very, yeah, someone who has a sense of purpose or direction, or you give off that persona to him. So he likes that about you. Yeah, you have this. I also feel like you also have this like calming presence, but you also like can own and shine in the room, and he likes that. But I think right now he's kind of a bit at a distance from you with these two cards in reverse here. But I wouldn't take it personally because the reason is we have the Nine of Swords here. So he's kind of going through. I asked if that's related to you, and the tarot said no, it's something that he's personally going through. So, but I feel like he's going to snap out of it sooner rather than later because he does think of you very fondly. This is like my nostalgia card, and he will come forward towards you to express his feelings with like a stability grounded based offer. So his feelings hasn't gone away, but I feel like he's going through something right now that has caused him to cause distance from you. And yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't take it personally and just give him some time to come around. You're welcome. And then I think we have Janet next. Hey, Live Love. So yeah, Janet is next. So currently attending. First-time job. Can you tell me how it would go if I want to make that the job? Okay. So okay. So will Janice be able to get a part-time job soon? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Will she be able to get a part-time job soon? Yes or no? Janice Fernandez. Yeah, okay, interesting. So you will be able to get a part-time job. However, they're saying you're going to have to work hard at it. So I feel like you're going to have to put in multiple applications to get a job that you'd feel okay with taking. And you know, it might take time for you to like feel fully satisfied with that job. But yeah, it's something that you're going to have to like put in effort into doing. And it's going to just take like a little longer than you think to get that job. And it requires you putting in like more than the usual amount of effort that it takes to get a job, and then a little longer than the normal amount of time that you would think for some reason. But I think it's because I think you might be going for a specific certain types, possibly. Like not settling for a particular thing, like going for a specific subtype, maybe maybe within like service or retail industry or something, but specific subtype. And then let's see, in terms of when, let's see if I can do when, because my when readings take time typically to calculate. Let's see. Will Janet Hernandez get the job, this part-time job, between now and end of November 2019? Yes or no? Yes or no? No. Okay, so definitely between now and end of November 2019. So let me see if it can be a little sooner than that. Will she get it between now and end of October 2019? Yes or no? Okay, between now and end of October 2019, you will get it. Will she get it between now and middle of October? Middle of October? Middle of October. Will she get it before October 20th? Yes or no? Okay, so by middle of October, you will get this job, like October 20th or so, 20th, 25th. But before October 20th, they're saying most likely no. So I'm seeing the middle of October. So, like, yeah, like mm, the 15th is kind of a maybe. I'm going with more like the 20th to 25th as like when it starts becoming a yes um, for that part time job. And then I already talked about like how it would go in terms of like you being fulfilled in the role and stuff like that. Now we have old school. Hey, Benita. So old school. Thanks, Sydney, for managing the list. But yeah, I love. You guys have your questions prepared. Like, just type it like when I'm doing the reading for the person ahead of you. That would be helpful. And yeah. So let's do that here. I'll like retype this for you guys. So if let's add here. No, there. So if old school, I love. Wait, where is she? Oh, sorry. I'll just add you as a mod, Sydney. If I love old school is that's okay. If I love old school here, let's go with who's next after that? I forgot I wrote Surat. Surat, are you here? And I'll come back to no problem, Sydney. I'll come back to old school if she comes back. So Surat and Live Love, if you guys could type your questions. Will I pass? November 2019. Okay, cool. These are all the answers. Well, Surat, Kavya, pass. Let's see if we can go down to this side. Thank you, sir, for all the answers. Let's move over my camera. I have like a weird view over here. Okay. Well, Surat, Kavya, passed for California exam in November 2019. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Clarify 3 of Cups. Is it a yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. So you will most likely have victory and success so long as you continue to put in the hard work. And I think you're going to have to it's going to require you not only to put in the hard work in order to get this victory and success, but you're also going to have to put some of your social life on hold here. And I think they're also telling me like not only like in-person social life, but like maybe even social media too. And like any negative chatter people around you may be telling you, releasing that negativity. But I think you're already doing that. So yeah, just put it in the heart, continue to put in the hard work for this victory to occur. And for sure, like cut back on any like hangout type stuff that could be getting in the way of like that preparation or studies. Okay, and then your second question is how to be in the merit list. Okay, so advice. So what is advice for Surat Kavya on how she can be in the merit list? What is advice for her on how to be in the merit list for Surat Kavya? What is her advice? Interesting. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. And the Four of Swords, please. And the Four of Swords. And the Sun. And the Sun. Hmm. And the Ten of Wands in reverse, please. Interesting. It's something that's not for her at this time. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is that something that is within reach? Yes or no? Interesting. So they're telling me with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Death card and the Three of Wands in reverse that this is something that's very difficult. That's going to be very difficult for you to attain. Like it's almost like not in the cards for you, but I feel like it is something that if you were to achieve it, it would make you really happy. But also, I see this imbalance card. So it I don't know if it's something that requires a lot of hard work to get, or if it's like would be very demanding or something. But of course, it does give recognition and everything. But yeah, they're saying it's not that it's not within reach for you, but it's something. It might be something to do with like with timing. Yeah, it might need to be something we need to do more of an in-depth read for, which you can always schedule with me. But I think this is like a timing thing for some reason. We'd have to see like what are the blockages here? Why is it not? Why is it not happening right now? What is it that you could do? Let me see if there's anything. Is there anything that she could do? Is there anything Sarah could do to get in the merit list? I think she can do. I think they're saying there's something. Okay, if you want to get on the merit list, they're saying that you need to. You really need to make it like. Okay, you really need to make it like your ultimate goal, and you need to release. There might be some old behaviors or old habits or some strategy or approach of studying or some way of doing things that doesn't work for you. So maybe it's procrastination, or maybe it's how you schedule things, or maybe it's a study group that doesn't serve you. But there's something that needs to be released that doesn't serve you. It could be a way of thinking or a way of doing things that needs to change, and it has to be like a strong, like hyper priority for you, and something that like is really like comes from like your heart, kind of like it's like your whole like in your whole body, every like bone in your body wants it so bad that you're gonna go for it, kind of thing. Um, okay, so now who do we have next? Live Love. Person A's feelings regarding me and person J's feelings regarding me. Okay. Okay, so like Spirit's guidance is going to be like a separate question. So I'll just tell you how each person feels about you, and then if you want to be added back, we can see what Spirit's advice is for you regarding those people. So, how does A feel about Live Love 111? How does A feel about Live Love 111? Clarify the Temperance in reverse, please. Okay. Interesting. How does A feel about Live Love 111? Okay. And okay. And then how does J feel about Live Love 111? How does J feel about Live Love 111? J. How does J feel about Live Love 111? Clarify the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Is the Five of Cups pertaining to her? Five of Cups pertaining to Live Love? Yes or no? Or their relationship? Yes or no? Or their relationship? Yes or no? Interesting. Okay. So I might need to go further with this, but this is what I'm getting so far. You're welcome, Sarat. Thank you. So for Live Love, person A. So person A, how does he feel about you? part of it is that, and part of it is how you make him feel. So you you have helped him kind of come out of his shell, and I guess be like more comfortable in his skin, to just come out of his shell, and help him to not be afraid to like step out of the boundaries of his comfort zone and try new things. And he sees you as a very grounded, responsible, and attractive person, but someone who it has a sense of purpose, direction, or is just very grounded and stable and caring. For the other person, and yeah, I think I said attractive, right? The other person, person J, that person, you also have had some sort of impact on them as well. That person, you've helped them heal from like some of their wounds. They still have some issues, which we will get to, but you've had some sort of healing impact on them, maybe in from the past, or they've suffered some sort of trauma, but you've had some sort of healing impact on them. Okay, but there's some things that they're like something is going on with them with this Eight of Swords and this Five of Cups. So there's like having a negative outlook or some disappointments or refusing. I feel like, okay, like it no longer, so with this, you help them heal from something that was a damper on their heart. But right now I'm clairsentient and I'm not feeling anything right now from this person. So what that's saying is it doesn't mean that they're like totally healed if they got over this stuff, but right now this is like someone who's kind of like in ignorance a little bit. So like they do have things that are holding them back, but they're kind of like it's like in a more of a in denial, or in denial, or like a subconscious at a subconscious in denial level. And it could be, and some of this is him, but some of this is there may have been some things that have happened between you guys, and he's focusing more on the negative of whatever happened between you guys than the positive. And as a result of that, whatever has gone on between you guys, it's like it's impacting him from making a move towards you. So this guy normally wants to aggressively charge and move towards the girl, but they're opposite. They're backwards. So yeah. So it's not that he doesn't see you as this like attractive girl or anything. It's just that it's he's focusing on some issues I think that he's had in the past, but also part of him is like, oh, but I also want to ignore that for now. So if you feel like he's put the button on pause for you guys, that's like could be the reason too, or like moving more slowly. Um, no problem. Um, so now we have Pink. And then if Pink is not here, let's go with Benita and Nerat. Please type your questions. And then let's add Len Low to the list. Nerat. Okay, so Pink says, will I get success in the future? So that's pretty general. Do you want to clarify if you want success in a particular area, like, I don't know, like a career or something like that, or a particular goal you're working towards? Okay. These are all the answers. Will Pink Bailey, will she have success in her career in the future? Will she have success in her career in the future? Okay, interesting. Okay, so I have that as the yes. Clarify the Three of Cups in reverse, please. Clarify the Three of Cups in reverse, please. Three of Cups in reverse, please clarify. Okay. Okay, and then clarify Page of Cups and Ace of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups and Ace of Cups in reverse. And why is the Three of Swords here? Why is that here? Interesting. Huh. And then the story. Will it require some sort of sacrifice to be made? Yes or no? Yeah, this is really interesting. Wow. Okay, there's some wow. Okay. It'd be cool to do like a in-depth reading for you, like about your whole life journey. But all right. So the answer is yeah, you will. You will be successful in your career in the future. Um, this is not a finance reading. I feel like this is more of like a life purpose type reading or something, like career fulfillment, being in a career or a job that you like. Um, yeah. We have the hangman in reverse. It's like, I feel like it's going to begin with you having to see things from a new perspective. There will be offer made to you that you will accept, and it's my yes card. It's going to take time for you to be emotionally fulfilled and get the full like money salary that you want. It's also it's gonna require you to like make a journey. You might have to move away from like friends or family, and that's going to cause some of this heartache and pain cards that I got, but it's part of your journey, which is kind of interesting. It's like part of you getting this ace of cups and this fulfillment of the empress confidence and all of that. So that's why I find your journey to be very interesting. But you will get success. It's just like there's going to have to be sacrifices made. You will go on this journey that will lead to like your ultimate career purpose, but there's some sort of sacrifice that has to be made, whether it's moving away from loved ones or something, some sort of something that will happen, but it will lead to you being content in your career. So there's just like this transition that has to happen. But yeah, I do see success for you, and it will result in a shift in your perspective as well, going on a journey. I'm glad that resonates for you. And then, yeah, feel free. I will add you back to the list. You can go in Live Love after Sathi. You're welcome, Pink. And then what's going on next here? Let me see. I'm going to come back into the face area. Okay, so Benita. Okay, so will Christopher, Christopher and Benita end up staying just friends? Yes or no? Will they end up staying just friends? Christopher and Benita will end up being more than friends. Will Christopher and Benita end up being more than friends? Oh boy. Yes, this is weird. Okay. No, I think we need to clarify. We need to clarify this. So, because we have this like there's like that in between stuff between the friends, more than friends. So let me ask that relationship question. Will Christopher and Benita end up being in a relationship, like boyfriend and girlfriend? Christopher and Benita Bala, yes or no? Clarify the yes or no. Yes or no. Final card. Yes or no. Yes or no. Is it a yes or no? Is it undecided? Is it undecided? Is it undecided? This is very interesting. Will they end up being just friends? No, more than friends. Okay, I think will they end up dating, Christopher and Benita, yes or no? There's a lot of mixed energies here. Yes or no, yes or no. See, there is an offer that's going to be made. I do see you guys dating again, but I'm not sure if this is going to. There is still free will here at play as well in terms of whether someone is going to accept the other person's offer. I have this person here with the world and someone needing to make the decision of accepting the offer, but I do have Wheel of Fortune upright. I do have these, cards here, Major Arcana of the Sun. So, yeah, I do feel like you guys are going to get into this situation of a relationship. At the same time, I have cards of like disappointment as well. So, it could be like a short-term thing, couple months thing. But it is also possible that, should it end at some point, that you will likely still stay in contact, like regain contact again, and then stay contact as friends after that point. So let's see. When will so you're welcome. Will Christopher and Anita start talking in the next 2 months? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? The next 3 months? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. So it says not likely within the next 2 months for start talking, but within the next 3 months is when you will likely start talking. But keep in mind that timing is fluid and can change, but that's what it seems to be right now. Could be 2.5 months, but it looks like 3 months for sure. And now we have, and I can always like reconfirm that later, but that's what it's saying right now. Who do we have next? Oh, Narat, and then Karen. So hot in my house. I want to also, if you guys are new, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay. Well, Narat Kavya, you selected in the job interview that she just had. Yes or no? Will Narat Kavya get the job that she just had an interview for? Will she get the job that she just had the interview for? Okay. Yes or no? Is the Ten of Cups a yes? Yes or no? Yes or no? All right, that's awesome. So I have like all yes cards here. So it's looking like it's going to be a yes. That's really cool. So we have really good cards here. So, yeah, Chariot, King of Wands, my neutral Hangman and Hierophant cards, Ten of Cups, this card in reverse, and then this card. So that's good news. And then, hey, Ace of Thunder, or Ace Thunder. And then, yes, you can be added. And Sydney will add you. And I think, I don't know why I'm like so mentally slow right now. Oh, it's Karen's turn. Okay. Well, a new love interest forward in your so between now and December 2019. Yeah, Benita, you can go in for a second question. Oh, okay, so let me answer Narat's second question, then I'll answer Karen's question. Will Narat pass the JRF exam in December? Narat Kavya? Does it depend on? Does it depend? Yes or no? Does it depend? Yes or no? Okay, so they're saying right now it's a maybe, and it's contingent upon certain factors. So I think it's going to be based on like amount of work you put in and things like that. So yeah, is it based on? Tell us what it is based upon. Work you put in. Yeah. Okay. Put in. You're gonna have to make sure, yeah, make sure you're de-stressing enough and getting rid of any negative energies, bad thoughts, and surroundings and people. And I think you have to make sure if you have a study group that it's a good one. Kind of reflect and analyze what works, what doesn't work for you. Get into a confident mindset, like kind of psych yourself out for it in a good way, like setting yourself up for success and try to figure out like what's going to work for you. Um, so let's see, Karen, will a new love interest enter her life before the year ends? So if you're new, please subscribe to my channel in order to get a reading, and Sydney will add you to the list. Karen says, will a new love interest? So will a new love interest enter Karen B's life between now and end of December 2019? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Ah, interesting. Yes or no? Yes or no? Ah, okay. So I feel like they are saying yeah, and I'm sensing it's going to be like November, kind of around Thanksgiving, like the 25th through the 29th. Definitely by early December. This is the slow moving night. He could be like maybe a year to 6 months younger than you, and maybe kind of like a little bit of a nerdy kind of guy. Maybe a gamer, a little immature kind of energy is what I'm getting, but not immature, but like, I don't know, maybe because he's younger is what I'm sensing, but, and not that much younger, like I said, 6 months to a year, but like, um, but I feel like before this guy comes in, I think you have to kind of manifest him and really believe it's going to happen too. And do some inner reflection, some inner work. And yeah, this card talks about any small issues that arise in a relationship, not shying away from it, knowing that you can overcome them. So working through that, doing that inner reflection and self work, not just by manifesting that person, but also being clear on what you're looking for. What are you looking for next? Are you looking for something light, fun, casual? Are you open to receiving things like that? You're welcome, Nurat. So that was for Karen. And now we have Ashley. Okay, I feel like starting with your second question first. So for Ashley as, thank you for my answers. How does Ashley's ex Julian feel about her? How does Ashley's ex Julian feel about her? How does Ashley's ex Julian feel about her? I'm getting the sense of like, interesting. How does Ashley's ex feeling about her? Ashley's ex Julian feel about her? I'm getting this sense of like, this is before I drew the cards though, so it may not resonate, but I'm getting this sense of like rejection. Like, um, he probably likely had stronger feelings for you than you did for him. Not that you weren't hurt during the breakup, but getting the sense of like rejection and like maybe things ended like badly, not badly in a dramatic way, but just like badly and like he was disappointed, like unexpectedly badly for him and just rejection. But I don't feel like he's still like hurt over it really. I think in terms of how he feels about you, I feel like he's pretty clear on what he wants. He still has strong feelings for you. See, with these two cards in reverse, this is somebody who knows what they want from somebody. They're not hesitant. They're not pulled in two different directions. They know exactly what they want with these two cards. And but I don't see him making a move anytime soon with this card in reverse. It's like I don't think he knows. I don't think he's figured out how to make the move yet. Let me see. But with the Lovers card, I'm saying he still has strong feelings for you because this is here. Um, yeah, the door is definitely open. I feel like in his mind's eye. So why is the Knight of Wands in reverse? Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse? Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse? Does he feel like he cannot approach? Does he feel like he cannot approach Ashley? Does he feel like he cannot approach her? So no. Yeah. So he feels like he can't. The reason this card is in reverse, where I said he's not like pursuing or going after you, he feels like he can't approach you right now. Like, or in general, like you're giving off this, he sees you as this he still finds you attractive. He's thought about, maybe you guys talked about a future, he's thought about this union, but he feels like he just can't approach you right now. Yeah. Yeah. But I think he knows like I just feel like he sees you as this like you don't need him kind of like you're just confident. So he feels like he can't approach you, even though he already has like clear feelings and knows like let's see. It's the Lover's card about how does he currently want the future? Is this current? Yes or no? For Julian, Ashley, yes or no? Is this current? See how Julian feels. Yes or no? Yes or no? This is currently how he feels. Yes or no? Okay, so so this is currently how he feels, but it's also like him, but it doesn't mean he's actually going to make the move, like I said. So it's like he's thought about this future with you, but it's like he's doing a lot of rumination on the past. So this is somebody who's like nostalgic and like thinking of the good times and remembering how you two were together. And yeah, like I find this person attractive. I think he knows what he wants in terms of like he wants this with somebody, and he's also thought about it with you. But I think overall he's ready to like move forward in a new direction, probably with somebody else. So let's see. Is Julian ready to? Will he move on from Ashley completely? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes and no. Is the door still open to Ashley? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So he hasn't moved on from you completely yet. The door is still open. So that's why I have this mixed energies here where it's like he knows he wants this long-term future. He still is attracted to you. But we also have this energy of like, and he's looking back at it, but we also have this energy of like part of him could move away from you, but part of him is also thinking about maybe making a move, but not ready yet, doesn't know how to do it. So, but he hasn't shut the door on you completely. So it's like the door is um, like a little, like halfway open or like a little less than halfway open kind of thing. So now let's see you and Joe, and then I'll move on to the next person here and shuffle my cards here. All right. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday. Wild Wednesday. All right. Big Queen of Swords. 2 and 3. So this is for Ashley S. So what's going to happen between Ashley S and Joe? What will happen? What will that relationship look like? Near future, Ashley S and Joe. What does the near future hold between Ashley S and Joe? The near future hold between Ashley S and Joe. Show me the card and see. Okay. All right. Clarify 4 of Wands in reverse. 4 of Wands in reverse. Clarify this card, please. Okay. All right. So in the next like few months, I do see that there may be some error breakdown in the communication. Maybe you don't see eye to eye on some things in your relationship, but I do see other than that, things are going to be pretty stable and status quo. This is a slow moving card. So things are going to be pretty stable, status quo, day in, day out, kind of doing the same routine and all of that. Later down the line after that, I see you guys weren't wanting to work on improving your relationship, improved communication. Um, but areas in let's see, could the romance be improved? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Sorry, I'm just clarifying something. Yes or no? Yeah, but areas in terms of like the romance could still be improved. So communication will improve, and you guys are making an effort later to like work on it. But I think areas in terms of the romance and emotional vulnerability and opening up to one another could be improved. Yeah, because there's communication verbally at one level, and then there's like emotionally opening up to someone is a different level, and then romantic gesture is like another thing too. So that's what I'm seeing. Um, Hi, Jimena. I don't speak Spanish. Sorry. And Mimi, you have to be added to the list. And if you're new, please subscribe to my channel to get a reading. If you're not already subscribed, and yeah, and then okay, I think it's Mimi now. How does Dario feel for me? Okay, are you a subscriber, Mimi? If not, please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, cool. How does Dario feel for me? How does Dario feel for me? How does Dario feel for me? Let's see here. Yeah, if you guys are new, please subscribe. That would be great. How does Dario feel for me? How does Dario feel for me? How does he feel for her? Clarify judgment and reverse. Clarify judgment and reverse. Okay. How else does he feel for her? I feel like this is something. Okay, so in terms of how he feels about you, I feel like this is something that he's always been wanting. What else? How does Dario feel for me? You help him. You really, yeah. This is something he's always been wanting. He finds you very attractive. Um, he may think that you could. I don't know. It's a little bit mixed energies. I think at times he finds you very attractive. You might need to. You could be maybe more confident. I think you don't realize, like, I think he sees you as like more beautiful than you see yourself or something like that. Like you don't realize like you could be more like confident or something, um or more like in your element. But yeah, this is something that he's been wanting. um you help him see things in a different light. You help him come out of his shell, and I think he can feel like he can just explore a new side of himself with you. Not just be comfortable, but like again, come out of his shell and just be a little bit of a different person with you, or want to try new things with you. But also, I think what he likes about the relationship is that it doesn't take a lot of hard work to maintain it, and that it's stable. Um, so that's what I'm seeing. So now I have Lenlo. You're welcome. Lenlo. Oh, really? That's crazy, Benita. Oh, wow. Yeah, let me know how it goes. That'll be pretty cool. I get excited when I hear like the timing, because like, yeah, the tarot for everything else is like very accurate. For timing, sometimes yes, sometimes no. So when it's like spot on, it's like, whoa, that's so cool. It's so exciting. Star Page, hello, good evening. So I think we're on, I don't know, Lenlow. Oh yeah. Okay, we're on Lenlow. Okay. Yikes. I hope not. Let's see. And if so, hopefully there is a backup plan or plans in place. Oh, sorry. Okay. This reading is for Lenlow. 1001. Thank you for all the answers. His home, yes or no? Lenlow tells him this is home, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Awesome. Okay, well this is a good answer. I got all no's so far. I'm just gonna clarify one more time. Lenlow tells him his home, yes or no? 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 I feel like you're gonna be able to scrape away some sort of seed. But I'm also, it's like, I feel like overall it's a no. So most likely a no. I do have this mixed card though. So most likely it's not gonna happen. Like you're not gonna lose your home. However, yeah, I'm getting this image of like a late notice letter or something, or like you being able to scrape away some money last minute, pull it together, maybe get some help from others, family or something. um but yeah, like last at the last second getting maybe a letter or something where you're able to put in the payment for the mortgage. So yeah. um Yeah, so I would say it's mm, very unlikely. So very high chance that it's not going to happen. That's what I'm seeing. So it's, yeah, it's like I'm getting a no, basically. So now it is Safi. Oh, okay. So will H, who is a Pisces, get justice against Ravi Tom? Okay. These are all the answers. You're welcome, Lena. H, who is a Pisces. H, who is a Pisces, get justice against Ravi Tom? Okay. Thank you for all the answers. Readings for H. H, who is a Pisces, get justice against Ravi Tom? Yes or no? Okay. Will H, who is a Pisces, get his money back from Ravi Tom? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Get his money back. Interesting. So, in terms of getting justice, they're saying yes, you will get your justice. In terms of getting the money back, it seems like you might get some, but not all. So I'm going to clarify that right now. Will he get? Will H get some of the money back from Ravi Tom? Some of the money back? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Will he get all of the money back? Yes or no? From Ravi Tom? Yeah. So most likely you won't get all the money back for some reason, but you will get some of the money back. And it says that justice will be served. So there could be some other recompense. I don't know if you're taking a legal route for this or if you're just resolving it between you guys. If it's something you're resolving between the two of you, then you'll just get some of the money back. If it's a legal way, then maybe there's another way that they're going to make them pay, but it's not through money, so you'll just get some of the money back. But I do see justice being served. So Yeah, so it'll be like some of the money will come back to you, but not all. And then in another way, justice will be served. So maybe they'll make them, I don't know, not community service, but something, like a slap on the wrist, or I don't know. But yeah, overall, it will work out in your favor, it seems, and some money back. So yeah, that was helpful. And we have Live Love next. Live Love is next. And if Live Love is not here, it's Sydney again, and then Ace Thunder. Boy, is it hot in her. It's getting hot in here. So take off on. I'm going to use this tarot as a fan. Let's see. Let's do like a group collective. Let's do the group collective card. Sydney, you want to post your question? Because I don't know. I don't think Live Love is here anymore. Then we will do Ace Thunder. Are you here? Oh yeah, Sydney posted. When will, oh, that's funny. When will Eric contact me? Okay. So, will Eric, let's see. Will Eric, is it okay to be added back to ask a question? Yeah, you can be added back, Sophie. Okay. When will, okay. Alright, so let's do it again. When will Eric contact Sydney? Wait, when will Eric contact Sydney? Will he contact her in 2 weeks? Yes or no? In 2 weeks? Interesting. Will he contact her in less than 2 weeks? Yes or no? Yes, less than 2 weeks? Yes or no? Less than 2 weeks? Yes or no? Okay, and less than a week? Yes or no? Oh, very cool. Okay, will we contact her in 5 days or less? Eric contacts Sydney of Swords in 5 days or less? Yes or no? Okay, so he'll contact you in a week or less. But when I did 5 days or less, it said like no to maybe. So it could be 5 days or less, but more like a week or less, like 7 days, maybe 6, 5 or less, like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, maybe, but more like 7, more like within a week. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Definitely within 2 weeks for sure, 1 to 2 weeks, but less than like the less than 7 days was like a maybe. And then let's see. Let's close the list now after Safi, because it's like, yeah. And then will Aditya pass? Oh, I thought it's Ace Thunder now. Okay, so Ace Thunder next. I don't know if Aditya is on the list anymore. Ace Thunder. Will Amy and I ever be together? Interesting. Will Amy and Shiva, both fire signs, ever be together? Amy and Shiva, both fire signs, ever be together? Whoa. That's crazy. Wow. That's insane. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I can get one card from them. Okay. Thank you for all the answers. I'm just gonna reshuffle this again. Okay. Will Amy, who's a Sagittarius, and Shiva, who's an Aries, will Amy and Shiva ever be together? This question is from Ace Thunder. Will Amy and Shiva ever be together? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Wow. Okay. Yes or no? And yeah. Unfortunately, all the cards I'm seeing, they're all no cards. I'm seeing that you guys had a lot of passion together, like yes or no, yes or no. Let's see, will they ever be together? I'm seeing a lot of yeah, yes or no. Oh, yeah, a lot of no cards. Clarify Tower in reverse. Yeah, it's like no luck. It's like bad luck is here on your side. The Devil card, the Tower. The Star, the only positive card here is the Star card. So it could have been someone that just was on your path that had to be on your path. Lesson learned and past, maybe a past life connection or something, wish fulfillment. Like there was probably a really strong, loving connection between you guys, but for whatever reason, I don't see it happening again. But I do feel like it's a really painful loss. And I don't think that the tie, I think this is a soul tie, and I don't think the cord has been cut between you guys. I think you guys both still like think about each other a lot. But I also don't see it happening either. Again. Mm, what's their name or the first name? Or let me see if I can do it without the name. So is your ex getting in the way of this connection? Is Thunder's ex getting in the way of the connection between Shiva and Amy? Yeah. Yeah, I don't need their names. It's fine. Is Ace Thunder's ex Teresa getting in the way of the connection between Amy and Shiva? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Interesting. Clarify the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles. Is your ex Teresa getting in the way of the connection between Shiva and Amy? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Interesting. Is she getting in the way for Amy? Yes or no? Yes or no? It's interesting. It's like in some ways she's not getting in the way, but in some ways she is getting in the way. So it's a little bit weird. Well, is she getting in the way in terms of like them being able to communicate? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. And then is she getting in the way in terms of them getting back together? Yes or no? Okay, got it. I figured it out. So the reason why it was like yes and no, she's getting in the way in some way, but in not another way. The only way that Farisa is getting in the way of Amy and Shiva's your guys' connection is she's causing a block. She's preventing you guys from communicating with one another. That probably would have already happened by now, or it would have been happening sooner. So she's preventing you guys from communicating with one another by doing whatever she's doing. But in terms of you guys getting back together romantically, that still like isn't in the cards or like meant to be. But you would have been at least communicating and stuff like that. So that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's like what I'm seeing here. And I even feel like, yeah, you guys would have been communicating and like, you know, most likely in like a loving way and stuff like that too. but it's getting in the way of that. But in terms of like getting back in terms of a long-term relationship, I still don't see that happening. So okay. Because I think the lesson was mostly learned. And then I'm doing a 2-question max ace. So right now the list is closed, but if I open it back up, you can re-enter. So now I need a what will Christopher communicate to me when he reaches out? Okay. Okay. When Christopher reaches out to Benita Paula, what will he say? What will he say, or what will his What will his intentions be when Christopher reaches out to Benita Paula? What will his intentions be? Okay. And then clarify the star in reverse, please. Okay, the star in reverse. And the 4 of Wands. Yeah, so basically when he reaches out to you, I think this is your ex, right? He will want a new beginning with you. Yeah, this is awesome. He's gonna want to make the ultimate offer to you. You know, he's gonna be ready to, express how he feels to you. Initially, he's probably just gonna like fill you out a little bit, but for the most part, he's not gonna be afraid to express how he feels to you. And with the Tower in reverse, it's about new beginning. And the Wheel of Fortune is like luck will be on your side at this particular point in time. And the Star card is about wish fulfillment. So it's in reverse, but it's still about wish fulfillment. And King of Wands is like, see, this king is his face is looking towards this is like my marriage card. So looking towards that future. So yeah, and then I'll verify that again. Will Christopher want a long-term relationship with Benita Paula when he contacts her? Yes or no? 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 Yeah, so he definitely wants to make an offer to you for that long-term relationship. We have the Knight of Wands and the Sun card. And then we have this card in reverse, which is yes. So he will make that offer. But we have Strength card and Queen of Wands in reverse. So this just means it's going to take him a little bit of time with this Page of Pentacles card to make the formal offer. So when he comes in the beginning, he is going to, express how he feels. And like, this is going to be in his head, right? Of like, this is his intention of this long-term relationship committed to you. But like, I think he's also going to fill you out too, right? Like how you respond. And then like later, once he assesses how you respond and garners up the strength and courage, then he'll make the formal offer of like, hey, will you be my girlfriend kind of thing, if that makes sense. Because this one, it'll take him some time to like get that strength to do so. But his intentions are like pure and wanting something long-term and stable type of thing. Happiness. So yeah, so that's really awesome. I asked the question directly as well, like, does he want a relationship with her and long-term? So it seems like those are his intentions. Yeah, he wants a relationship with you. So that will be good when he contacts you. Keisha is next. What good things are coming? You're welcome, Anita. That'll be so exciting. I know I have someone that I'm talking to, and I hope it works out for me too. So, yeah, we shall see. I'm like pulling cards all the time. Like, tell me more. And the cards I've been pulling for myself, they keep saying the same thing. So I'm just like waiting for it to happen. I'm like, okay, October, hurry up. Okay. So I know. Like it says when they're gonna ask me out, and it says like when we're gonna have our first kiss or when things are gonna happen. But I'm just like, okay, well, I want it to happen already, or like. And then some things I'm like, okay, well, is this actually gonna happen? Because some of them are like a little too good to be true, like for marriage or whatever. I'm like, okay, or like if it's a year down the line, I'm like, I don't know. I have to see it first to believe it, but we'll see. Okay, so because I barely know this person, so that's probably why I don't fully believe it yet. But yeah, we'll see about the whole first date thing. Um, what do I see coming for Keisha? Let's see. So, good things. I'm gonna do some oracle cards for you too. What good things are headed for Keisha and Nicole? What good things are headed her way? All right. Okay. What good things are headed Keisha and Nicole's way? Good things are headed her way. Anything is releasing. Does that represent a person? Nine of Swords. No. Interesting. Okay. And then why is the Knight of Cups in reverse? Why is that in reverse? Okay, and Ace of Cups. Why is that in reverse? All right. Okay, cool. So the good things that are headed your way, I feel like you're going to either come out of a poverty mindset or regain a sense of control over your finances and or have a more positive outlook on life on your life and feel like more in control with regards to the material. And then when it comes to your work life, I do feel like your things are going to become more stable. You're not going to have to work or school. But I feel like for you, it's work. You're not going to have to like work as hard. Like this guy's doing backbreaking work. Like things are going to be stable. It's not like you're going to have to be like stressed out day in, day out. It's going to be largely predictable, more and easier. So that's good. And then in terms of like how you're feeling, we have two cups cards in reverse. So they're kind of saying the same thing. And that's about emotional fulfillment and expressing yourself. So you won't be in your fullest expression yet, but you will be getting there. So we have the Magician in reverse, the World's card in reverse, and the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is someone who is very dreamy, idealistic. When it's in reverse, I think you're very much a realist, but I think sometimes you could be maybe a little harsh on yourself, a little bit too hard on yourself. Get down on yourself when you don't meet like your own expectations of yourself or others' expectations of yourself. Maybe comparing yourself to others and like where you think you should be at in life with respect to other people in your age group or industry. So part of being a realist is maybe also being a little bit of a pessimist. So, anyways, so you're gonna kind of learn to like turn these cards around. Um, and that means being in your fullest. This is somebody who is others find very attractive, very confident. It also talks about like travel and things, and this card represents again owning your power and the power of not just the law of attraction, but the power of manifestation, your power to manifest more money in your life, more love, more anything really, opportunities, communication, better relationships, friendships, everything. Um, and then I see this, which once you learn how to do all that, it's like moving more aggressively towards your goals and getting clear about what you want, the direction you're going to take in life, and having a couple of different options about where you want to go, but being pretty clear about the route you're going to take. And then in terms of advice for you, I think I will do kind of hard to pick because I have so many different decks, but let's just pick an oracle card deck. So, what is the advice for Keisha Nicole and what's coming for her? Advice and what's coming for her. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And all right. So we have Gaia's garden, reaping what you sow. So this is kind of like saying like fruition abundance, like saying like when you plant the seed and watching it grow, like the fruits of your labor, it will everything you've like worked hard towards will pretty much come about. You have everything you need to make your dreams come true. There's no shortage of anything. It talks about the law of abundance and supply. There will be enough. It talks about how there's more than enough for everything for everyone. Like how there, it's not about competition or whatever. It's like there's more than enough in the universe to go around, and success comes to you from the fruits of your intentions. So, this is a sign to also give thanks, maintain an attitude of gratitude and humility, and also, you know, remember that that will be in your best interest to manifest what you want, and then also to share your gifts with others. Um, and then we have the Trust Queen, planning out again when we talked about making your goals clear. It says like plan out your next move and stuff. So, um, yeah. But it also says, like, don't plan too much and, like, let go, and remember that sometimes things are gonna happen according to the divine plan as well. Yeah, and trust that the right actions will happen in the right time. And then I'm gonna do one final advice card for you. Any final advice for thanks, Sydney. I'll see you later. Good night. One final advice for Keisha Nicole. Final advice for Keisha Nicole. Right, yeah. So they're saying own your divine power. Own your divine power. Like, remember, you are this attractive person in the world card full of opportunities around her, and this magician that can manifest anything they want in this life. It says replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Don't feel like you need to please everybody. Be assertive, set boundaries. Don't let people's negativity affect you, and don't feel like you have to rescue everybody either. Healthy communication in relationships. Have heart to heart discussions, and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So we have two cards that mention being assertive. So that must be something that you'll need to work on as well. All right. So that's it. And then now I'll type this list here. Queen of Swords, Jimena Santi. Queen of Swords is next. Also, if you're new, like Madhu, Tiger Dragon, if you guys are new, please subscribe to my channel. You're welcome, Keisha. And then please subscribe. And if you would like to jump up on the list, please donate. Thank you. $2 minimum donation. All right. Thank you, Tiger. And Madhu, if you could subscribe as well, that would be great. All right. So, Queen of Swords. What does the future hold for you in love? I'm going to do Romance Angels card for you as well. So, this reading is for Queen of Swords. To show us what the future holds for Queen of Swords and George. Queen of Swords and George. What does the future hold? Queen of Swords and George. I don't know why it's like in reverse. Queen of Swords and George. Queen of Swords and George. Wow. Okay, anything else? Queen of Swords and George. Queen of Swords and George. Anything else? Wow. Okay. So we have stay optimistic about your love life, healing family issues. We have let your friends help you, or something about friends around you guys, forgiving and learning. The flirt card. We have this could be the one. And we have soulmate. So this is a soulmate relationship. And then in terms of your, hello, Trevor, you and George. So we do have, keep in mind, we do have multiple soulmates in this lifetime, just like we have multiple past life partners. But we have only one that we're meant to be with long term. But the fact that you got the this could be the one card is good. But yeah. Okay. So let me see. Hi Gigi. Hi Trevor. What does the future hold for Queen of Swords and George? What does their future hold? What does the future hold for Queen of Swords and George? Will Queen of Swords or George walk away? Yes or no? Yes or no? Interesting. Will this result in marriage? Yes or no? Interesting. No, that's a yes. Let's say yes. Yes or no? For marriage? Yes or no? Yes or no? That's a yes. That's a yes or no? Yes or no? Has it not been decided yet? Yeah. Okay. So in terms of whether it will result in like marriage or not, that hasn't been decided yet. Let's see. Let's see here. This is really interesting. There will be, in terms of the near future, someone is like going to be a little bit not a little blocked off emotionally, and I think it's due to possibly like things being a little bit stressful at work, but I also think that you shouldn't take it personal if they I think it's him if they are being that way because they still have romantic feelings for you. I think they just might be stressed out by some things. And I also see something about someone wanting to like move towards a new direction, but I also see there's like a sense of attachment here as well. Let me see here. Clarify again the Eight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, please. What is that about within their dynamic of the relationship? What is it about? What is it really about? Will they work on their issues? Yes or no? Yes or no? Will they work on their issues? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Yeah, so it's interesting. I feel like it's interesting. There's going to be something that happens between you guys. Like someone's going to want to hold on to the relationship, but someone may want to walk away from the relationship. It could be something that has to do with like wanting different things in the long term, being on different paths, values. That's kind of like what I'm seeing. But if you want kind of more of an in-depth read or have a specific sub-question, let me know. You're welcome. But I do sense like a sense of attachment is still there. At least on his side, still I feel like a little bit. All right, so now we have Jimena. I think Jimena left. So Safi, because I think she wanted a Spanish reader. So Safi, Madhu, Tiger Dragon. Safi is the Pisces regarding Leo and business. Okay. card will regret telling Helen Salty's business? Yes or no? Does card will regret telling Helen Salty's business? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Does card will regret telling Helen? Oops. Does card will regret telling Helen Salty's business? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, I'm getting, okay, yes or no, yes or no. I'm getting yes and no. I think that part of them they morally regret it because they probably betrayed you or went against their, trust or whatever relationship with you got probably dampered or damaged. But they also don't regret it because either they think that needed to be told, or if it didn't need to be told, then for some reason it was to their advantage to do so, because I think maybe by telling that person Helen, it brought them it brought them closer to Helen, or they had there some sort of advantage, something they gained something out of it, like selfishly, by telling them. So we have this mixed energy here. It's like they sort of regret, like part of them regrets it, and then part of them doesn't. Like the moral side regrets, and the selfish side doesn't regret. That makes sense. We have this material. This is about material, and then we have these other cards, which is like that we do regret. So mixed energy. And then let's see. So we have Medhu is next. Trevor Allen, are you still here? Because I can probably squeeze you in if you are. And then if Medhu is not here, Tiger Dragon, you're welcome, Coffee. I can make you a mod, Benita. Thank you for moderating the list. Cool. I think I just did it. I don't know. I think it takes time for it to show up. So, Tiger Dragon, Madhu, Trevor. There's like 5 people in the chat, but I don't know. Yay! Getting tired. I see some people. How funny. I bought a lot of cool jewelry today at the store to sell, but I need to make another video. I need to start doing like figure cards and things like that. I have so many ideas. I want to make 2 more YouTube channels. One where I review like cool products, like not so much makeup, but like bath, well, I don't know, any product, like bath products or whatever. And then another channel about like health and fitness, because I did lose like some weight, and just like talking about health and fitness and that stuff, that journey, and like, yeah, nutrition, health, fitness, whatever. And then, so like one about like product reviews, one about health, fitness, and then one that's just about like cannabis, like talking about like CBD oils and lotions and my experience with like that. CBD coffees and whatever. They have to be different channels than this, obviously, because this is like about tarot. But I would like sublink. Each channel would have like links to my other channels. That would be cool. But first, I need to like take ownership more over this channel and make time for everything. Okay, so thanks, Benita. So this one says, "Is there a future between me and Libra?" Okay, he's better for all answers. Green leaves, yeah. But my cousins told me today that it's not good to do vaping anymore or something. And I was like, oh, I thought that was just for the e-cigarettes or whatever. And then like nicotine. And they were like, no, it's for everything. Like it has nothing to do with the substance inside or like the marijuana or anything. It has to do with the cartridge itself, like when it ignites. So I was like, oh. So I don't know. Apparently like 10 people died from vaping, which isn't that many, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. So, because we all thought vaping was healthier than smoking, which it is, less carcinogens, but we'll see. I do like the CBD lotions and stuff for headaches, and coffee is really good, and the sublingual drops and stuff. Okay, so, all right. Is there a future between Tiger Dragon, JK, and Libra? Yes or no? Is there a future between them? Is there a romantic future between them? Yes or no? Tiger Dragon and Libra? Yes or no? Yes or no? Romantic future? Ah, nice. Okay, awesome. Please confirm. All right. So yeah, there is definitely a future between you guys with this card in reverse, confirmed by this card. This is Ace of Pentacles. That's a yes, and then confirmed again by this card. So it's possible. This is a possible past life connection or somebody that you've known for a while. I don't know if you're already friends with them, but I sense that it may start out as a friendship first before you start dating. Or dating and then boyfriend girlfriend is how it usually goes. But yeah, there's definitely romantic future. It's in the cards. Hard to say, so it's gonna happen. Oh, nice, very cool. You were together before. Okay, nice. So yeah, I can ask it if you were together before. I can ask it again in a different way. Will Tiger, Dragon, JK, and the Libra get back together again? Yes or no? Romantically? Yes or no? Yeah, they're saying it again. That you will get back together again romantically. Woo! That's awesome. No problem. YOLO. YOLO. One life to live. I used to play music on my channel. Now there isn't any anymore. I'll change it. I'll change it up for next time. No problem. Look, I have this. It used to be when I was like a kid, I would wear this as a necklace, but it's not even meant to be worn as a necklace. It's supposed to be like a little decorative stand. But now that I'm older, I'm like, that's so like lame to wear this as a necklace. So I'm like, I brought it back as a little stand. It's my birthstone for December. I forget the name of the stone, but it is the December birthstone. It's like turquoise. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Something I need to incorporate into my readings. I haven't experimented yet with it, but it's this dice. So I know other readers on YouTube, they use charms, but I want to start using this dice for because I already know how to do timing from the cards, but I just think it would be cool. I don't know. I think it would be cool. Something to do with numbers. I don't know. Like but maybe I need two sets of dice because like for October we need 5 plus 5 or something like that to make 10. Oh, you do? You use playing cards? That's cool. Yeah, I've seen other tarot readers use playing cards and then they'll write on the cards to like remember what it is. But I wouldn't be able to like memorize that like the 6 of hearts means this or that. I'd probably be one of those tarot readers that has to write on the playing cards to see what it means. So, if anybody in the house wants a reading, I'll take like 3 or 4 more people max, probably 3 more people, and then that's it. Or you guys who are in the chat, we can do another question. So hot. Oh my gosh, you guys. In my head, I was like, I'm guessing the number 4, and then I just rolled the dice and and the number 4 came out. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I could do it again. Okay, I'm thinking of the number. I'm thinking of 8, but 8's not gonna come out. Okay, I'm thinking of 6. Let's see if 6 comes out. I'm thinking number 6. Ah, it went on the floor. 1 came out instead. Thinking of the number 6. Oh no, 4 came out again. Interesting. Guess it just worked the first time. All right, well, 4 people in the chat that just want chat. Oh, one thing I wanted to do a YouTube video about why is tarot accurate and who do the answers come from, because I asked recently who do the answers come from. You still see 10 people, I see 4. But it would be such a short video, so I don't know what other topic to add to it. So I think I'd have to do a video of like how to get accurate tarot readings or something, and why tarot is accurate or something like that. Anyway, I can start talking about it now anyway, because basically, I don't even know why I didn't ask this question sooner, but somehow it came to me. I think I was like kind of high too, but I was asking the cards. I was like, am I talking to God? Because I always thought, because one of my Catholic friends, like I know people who like think it's bad because I'm Christian. I know people think it's like bad to do tarot, and they were like, one of them thinks it's like talking to demons or something. So I asked one day, I was like shuffling, I was like, are you a demon that I'm talking to? And it said no. And then I was like, okay, am I talking to God? Because I thought it was God, and it said no. And I said, okay, are you a guardian angel? Because I thought it was also guardian angels. And it said no. I said, okay, are you like a spirit? And it said yes. And I said, okay, are you like a loved one that's passed away? And it said maybe. So it said which means it could be somebody that you've known that has passed away, but not necessarily. And then I said, okay, so were you a human that had died and has passed on and is now in like the afterlife or in heaven? And it said yeah. And then I was like, are you always the same? Whenever I do tarot, are you always the same spirit that I talk to each time? Is it always the same one? And it said no. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so are you like, and then I kind of, without asking directly, I got this sense that like they're on like an assignment, like a rotation, if that makes sense. Like, because they're not guardian angels. Like we have guardian angels. They're not angels. They're spirits that are up there that have passed. They're people like us that have died and passed on. So they do have like answers and stuff. But and so therefore they can be some that are related to us and our ancestors and some that are not. And it's not the same person. I'm not speaking to the same person each time I do a reading, which is really interesting, the same spirit. But it's interesting because they're like on rotation or whatever, because it's not the same spirit each time. So it's almost like they have an assignment. So they could be like, but my understanding was like they're always these spirits that are that are answering tarot readings. I think they're always on spirit duty, if that makes sense. Like they don't have other like duties or assignments, like maybe they do later on, but like for a long period of time this is their only mission, but they rotate people. So like if you or somebody else is doing a reading, then they go to those people, like whoever asks, does that make sense? So that's why I'm getting different spirits for each reading each time, because it's like that's their like, I'm a bartender and you're a bartender and they're a bartender and we're all bartenders. So, and we're all on call, and whoever gets called the call first takes the phone call first or whatever kind of thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much what they said of how it works. And then I started asking questions about the afterlife, because I'm Christian and I believe in like heaven and hell. And I said like, well, where do like people who are murderers and rapists go? And I said, what about people who don't believe in heaven and hell? Where do they go? And like people who are atheist. And what about people who are like other religions? Like, and it was very interesting. I wasn't really satisfied with the answers that I got. I almost kind of got this answer of like almost like whatever people believe is like where they go. It's kind of weird. Like the people who believe nothing will happen to them and it's just like pitch black after you die, like go into like this nothing black, like nothingness or something. And then like the people who, um, maybe they're believe in multiple lives or a Buddhist believe that, or I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like I wasn't really getting a clear answer on that. It was pretty interesting. And I didn't really like what I heard when it came to the bad people, like people who are like rapists and murderers, like yeah, like I guess they could like I was like, do they go to like hell and did they pay for their like what they did? And like if they don't, okay, so like they said that the reading said if they're Christian and do they I was like, if they're Christian and believe in hell, do they go to hell? And it's like, yeah. And they pay for their sins. But I was like, what if it's somebody who doesn't believe in heaven or hell, then do they go? And it's like, no. So I'm like, okay, so that's lame. Like, you know what I'm saying? That system's a little bit flawed. If it's based on if you go wherever whatever you believe in, then if I don't believe in anything, or if I believe I'm gonna go to heaven or whatever, and regardless of whether I'm a good person or not, that doesn't make any sense, right? So I wasn't fully satisfied with that answer. So maybe we're just like not meant to know what happens completely after we die. I don't know. That was the only part that I didn't like, but I did feel like the answer in terms of like the whole spirit guardian angels and like where the answers of tarot come from. I did feel like that was accurate. And then the other question I asked was um, when I first started doing this experience with tarot in March, a couple months back, uh, I did have this negative experience with like, I guess you could call it like demons or dark spirits. And like I had to sleep a few nights with my light on when I was living alone in my apartment. And then I had a Kundalini experience, which was really weird. And then I was driving twice in my car at night, two or three times, and I like saw like it was really creepy. Like it was just really scary what I saw in the back seat of my car and right next to me in my car. Like it was just creepy. These like ghost looking things. They weren't ghosts, but it was like creepy, like dead people, like a guy, a girl, like whatever. It was just whatever I saw was creepy. And then if I didn't see something and it was in my house, the reason I kept my light on, I sensed this bad dark presence, like watching me or whatever. And then so the day I was asking the questions of like, why is tarot accurate? Who is behind the cards? Is it, is it God? Is it guardian angels? Is it a demon? Whatever. And it said it was a spirit, benevolent spirit. Like not necessarily a loved one, but it could be a loved one, the spirit that passed on. I asked then, I said, so what was the reason? I kind of said, it's like, what was the reason I had that experience? Was it part of my spiritual awakening? Is it because the devil doesn't want us to be spiritually awakened? And it said yes. So I think it's because like all of us have intuition and all of us can open up our third eye, but the devil or the dark forces or whatever you want to call it, they want us to remain asleep and they want us to not know our true power. Not that we can like control everything when it comes to life in the future. We can't control other people's actions, but they don't want us to realize that like how this life works and how we have more power and control and confidence over things than we think. And I think that like when you know about how to use this, it's just a tool. Or if there's still cards, but like when playing cards of paper, but like it's a tool and a vessel for them to speak through us. I think when you open up your third eye, like I think they don't like it because these negative forces, like that's why they were there to like haunt me initially. And now they've backed off because I'm protected and I've opened up my third eye and everything. So it's like too bad for them. Like they're gone now. Um, I don't know. Like I think it's because like now you just realize, I don't know, you just come to some sort of realization, like and realize like, yeah, like I said, you just have more power over a situation than you think. Like it doesn't mean you don't feel powerless. It doesn't mean shit doesn't happen to my life or I don't lose friends sometimes or I don't see it doesn't mean I won't expect the unexpected because I don't do like readings on myself every single day for every single situation. But I don't know. There's like some sort of sense and comfort in knowing like that you kind of hold like all the answers like within yourself, sort of, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. There's a reason they like don't want us to be like fully awakened to this type of stuff. Um, it's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know if I don't think I'm explaining it right. I was trying to, it's like, because I get a sense of comfort when I do these readings for you guys, and also when I do it for myself. I get a sense of peace. And, and I think that like things like depression and sadness and anxiety, they come from like the devil and the dark forces. And those dark forces, they want to hold us down in that. So when I do these, like even these oracle advice cards, like that's it. Even if that's all spirit wants to tell us, like to me, that's enough. Make time for self care, this, that, like, and this stuff resonates with people. Like this alone, if this alone is accurate, like, and scarily accurate, like that's freaking cool, man. Like, and if that's what they want to prevent us from knowing, like that's like nuts, you know? So I don't know. I just think it's like a blessing to be spiritually awakened, and people who don't understand it, like they can like too bad for them. Like they can, I don't want to say like they can fuck off, but it's, they should just become spiritually awakened basically. They should just learn. But yeah. Um yeah, so I have, this is the Crystal Angels Oracle card deck. And then I have the answer is simple, which is this one. And then I think I like, you probably like this one. And then I have another one, which is this one. And this is this book. And then I have a romance one too. So, yeah. Let me know which one you want. Okay. For Tiger Dragon, I think I'm going to go, there's like two. I think I'm going to pick two for you. Okay, so just like advice, like what you need to know right now. Okay. All right, so I think, you know what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'll like retitle this video, and then even that like kind of weird or bad, and then I'm gonna maybe put in the description like the timestamp for when I start talking about that experience. Okay, so this will be for Tiger Dragon JK. What does he need to know? What does Tiger Dragon JK need to know right now? What is his advice from his guardian angels? Ooh, all right. I think you need to like take a deep breath, inhale, and then exhale. Okay, because we have this card which says, it says deep emotional healing, and the crystal. It tells you the crystal is azurite, so, and that's the color of the crystals. Like if you go buy that crystal, it helps with it. And it says your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. And it says rhodochrosite, be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So that's really cool. And then if I read it from the book, it just goes into more detail. Any other advice? And for Tiger Dog. Oh, okay. It says, "Let yourself sparkle and shine." I don't know if this is meant because I didn't ask directly, but this could be. I know these. You said these two resonate. It says, "You're guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world." And the crystal is opal. So let's see what the book says Rhodochrosite. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it says you've been through a lot. You might have been pushing yourself too hard. Now is time to rest and recover, but you must take charge in order for the rest and recovery to occur. Like take charge of the schedule. There may have been an upsetting situation, and your heart needs to mend from those traumas. If you've suffered from a loss, take the time to heal. Honor yourself by getting extra sleep or avoiding anyone or anything with harsh energy. Bathe yourself in gentle energy. There's like crystal baths. There's like a lot of things you could do. Essential oils, perhaps soothing self care treatments, listening to relaxing music, eating healthful comfort foods, or retreating. Just don't isolate yourself from the support that would be helpful and healing to you right now. And then we have Azurite, which is this one. It says it's a very positive card showing that you're ready to process and move on from painful experiences and trauma. You're open to receiving healing energy and insights about your experiences. You're guided to devote time for your personal healing work. It could be, spending time with a therapist or healer, or extra time in prayer or meditation, or self care practices, and detoxification from negative food, chemicals, or influences in people. So that's really good. And then, yeah, and then we have LMNOOP. Opal. Just curious what the opal says. This one just says, like, don't be afraid to be yourself. Like, it's despite what other people think. Like, laugh heartily, express your opinions freely, dress boldly, and don't hold back. You inspire others to shine their light through living your example. It also can be a sign of expressing and clearing any anger you've been repressing in a relationship. It talks about revealing your personality, even if you think you've been like hiding it for fear of being too much. And then in terms of the anger repression thing, it says take healthy action rather than like being resentful towards somebody. Talks about bringing healing and resolution to things, but also just expressing yourself. And then last set of cards, we'll do any other advice for Tiger Dragon JK. What does he need to know right now? What does he need to know right now? Tiger Dragon JK. Oh, wow. Okay. Anything else? Tiger Dragon JK. So we have, this is pretty cool. So we have let go and flow. Yeah. Let go and flow. Keep dancing. This is awesome. And then we have maybe set some boundaries. Maybe there's some people pleasing, or people who are trying to like kill joy or something getting in the way. We have invest in your spirit, which I feel like you're doing already with that nurturing. And then we have turn on the light. I'm going to read this particular one, not all of them because they're kind of self-explanatory, but this one in particular. Number 5. What does that say? Number 5. Okay. This is saying sometimes you only look at like your failures and flaws and not how far you've come. So it's just saying try to see the light in things and view your circumstances through the illumination of your spirit. Don't focus on the shadows, rather focus on the light. What is right in my life at this moment? What is working? What am I learning? What am I in the process of improving? If you look with the light of your spirit, you'll clearly see that all is well. Your ego cannot see past its own fears, so all will appear dark. But your spirit turns on the light and thus perceives the value of all your experiences, like both good and bad. And with it on, you can see that all is good. There you go. Hope that was helpful. All right. I'm good. You're welcome. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing that healing work. It's very important. We're all on this journey together. So it's great that we're all part of this community together as well. What are Benita Ball's spiritual gifts? Let's see. What do we want to do with that one? I do think I should do probably 3 oracle decks for you, but also I should start with the tarot. So let's do that. And in about 5 minutes, I'm going to close this video down. So get some sleep for myself. Thank you, Spirit, for all the answers. This reading is for Benita Bala. Please really just speak through me on this one and give me a sign. About Benita Bala. What are her spiritual gifts? What are Benita Bala's spiritual gifts? What are her spiritual gifts? What has she been called here to do? What are her spiritual gifts? What are her spiritual gifts? What are her spiritual gifts? Yeah, so I feel like you're here to help people. Okay, I'm just going to do one more card. What are Benita Bala's spiritual gifts? Interesting. It's very interesting. So I feel like you're here to help people kind of detach from the material in this world and kind of get out of the 3D more into like the 4D, the 5D, but really get out of the material and also transcend more into like, well, what are their dreams, goals? So not be so attached to the material, but helping them figure out like what is their passion and be very clear, and also not afraid to be bold and move towards their goals, life purpose. I feel like you could be a healer of like traumas, like somebody people could open up to, or help people either communicate better or regain a sense of balance and purpose, helping them find their purpose or regain a sense of purpose in their life. I might have to clarify some of that, but let me see what the oracle cards say. So yeah, healer is what I was getting, and healer to traumas would be what I was thinking too. Healer of some kind. So what is Benita Bala's? What are her spiritual gifts? How can she help others? Oops. Yeah, so wow, okay, that's really cool. So we have the Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, Kindness. So this is, again, a healer. And we have Sisters of the Seasons, Cycle of Growth, Natural Law, Divine Order. So helping people find their purpose, but also helping them figure out through the ups and downs of life, like how to navigate. How do they navigate that? And then finding out that the divine, like that purpose. Let's see what else. Anything else for Bala? Yeah. Okay. And then what else here? I want to have to look at the book, but anything else? We have all spiritual gifts. I think you're someone who can also teach others how to how to be compassionate towards others and be kind to others. How to put others first, and also how to create a spirit home or a soul family of their own, like a support system of their own. I think one advice I am getting might be because you're a very kind and compassionate person, and that's one of your spiritual gifts, is like learning, like you'll say yes to people a lot, but then also learning how to like put a pause for yourself at the same time, like kind of trying how to balance that. Let's see. What else are Vanina Ball's? What are her spiritual gifts? Vanina Ball's spiritual gifts. What are her spiritual gifts? What are her spiritual gifts? What are Vanina Ball's spiritual gifts? What are her spiritual gifts? Yeah, so helping people. Interesting. Yeah, so helping people more on their life purpose and their career path with this prosperity card. Um, Helping them again. We have this healing that down here. It talks about healing and solutions, and then it says releasing unnecessary worries. But it's mostly about healing and solutions. Um, I think it's also about like how can they be their true authentic selves. We have balancing masculine and feminine energies. There's something here about creativity because both of these cards talk about creativity. So maybe you have this like unique creative approach in how you're going to be this like coach or healer to people. And then we have I think you're a very like you're a very empathetic person. And then we have this card of like maybe helping people um not to doubt themselves either. Because we had those other cards in the tarot where people were not confident in their decisions and when it came to their life paths. So I think you're going to help them to be confident in the decisions that they make when it comes to figuring out what they want to do with their life. And again, yeah, being authentic to their true selves. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you. So yeah. And we'll go with Lucy as the last question and done. And Lucy, could you please subscribe? That would be awesome. And yeah, my angels are going to tell me. I also know. Okay, so you're welcome, Benita. Should Lucy Nickerson try to read tarot cards? Yes or no? Is something she should try to do? Lucy Nickerson. Yeah. So, okay. And then why is the Queen of Cups in reverse? Why is the Queen of Cups in reverse? Should not be intuitive on it in the beginning. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. Please confirm. Yes or no? Yes or no? Oops. Yes or no? Yes or no? So why is Queen of Cups in reverse? Why is Queen of Cups in reverse? Why is it in reverse? So she not okay. All right. I got it. Okay. So they're saying yes. You should look into reading cards. If that's something you want to do, then yes, it's something you can and should do. It may take time for you to fully open up your intuitive capabilities when it comes to reading the cards because like for me for example I didn't have to completely study like I didn't really have to study the cards in order to get messages from them. Of course it does help to study. um, it helps to study anyway. But I got messages without studying the first time around, but studying will help in terms of getting more information, more details than you would from your intuition, which is more like skimming the surface, I would suppose. But also, your intuition can also give you more. Your intuition can give you details also deeper than what the cards will give. So, I guess what I'm saying is you should study either way, but sometimes you don't need to study at all if you're very intuitive. But either way, everybody should study. Is what I'm saying. But I think for you, it's just gonna take time for you to get to like the point where it's like, which is normal, I think, for everybody. But yeah, it's just in the beginning, you're not gonna. It's not gonna be like fully opened up. Um, but so it may not come 100% as naturally to you, but I think it will. It will. It's just give it a little bit of time, and then you will be able to have that capability as well. And then, so yeah. And then let's see. Because like for some it's more immediate than others, but and then for you I'm just saying give it some time. And then let's see here. What do they want you to know right now? I will do Oracle. I'll just do some advice cards for you then for that one. All right. And then my list is actually, well, I'll do Princess Laura. You could be last because my list is closed now. I'm gonna log off, so I'll just do a quick question for you. Okay. What do Christina Christen's angels and spirit guides want her to know right now? What else do they want her to know right now? Okay. And anything else Christina Christen's angels and spirit guides want her to know? All right. So we have these two cards for you, Lucy. It says wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here for you. And then we have Sapphire. Easy does it. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. So, yeah, easy does it, and wellness is here for you. So, taking it easy, wellness. And then, yeah, we also have the Shadow Queen, which I'm not really sure why that came up. It's saying that there may be things that you lack clarity on and you may need to like get more information on it. But it also says that and she will send the right person to you and that information to you, the knowledge in the right time. But it says beware of moving too quickly in the dark because you're likely to trip and fall and have to start again. So it says you may have to dig deep to gain strength and have the courage to ask someone in the know to shed light on your circumstances. And ask yourself what your intentions are for obtaining information. But it also says like to also wait for the right time. And in time, the information will be revealed to you. So if you feel frustrated for not having certain answers right now, it's because it hasn't. Will bring that messenger to you later. Okay, so hey J-Dub. Okay, so yeah, Princess is last. Princess, what is your question? Then it's good night to everybody. Do you want an advice card, Josh? I'll just pull an advice card for you. What does Josh need to know right now? What does Josh need to know right now? Josh Shibray, what does he need to know right now? What is his advice? What else does Josh need to know right now? These are your cards, Josh. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover, and healthy communication in relationships, heart-to-heart discussions, and clear, assertive communication to help you understand and be understood. Is it going to be safe for me to go to the river soon? I'm invited to go. Okay, so, okay, I don't know. I'm tired. Okay, so let's see. I'm so tired. All right. Will it be safe for Princess Laura to go to the river? Oh, also, Princess, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. Thank you. Will it be safe for Princess Laura to go to the river soon? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, yeah, so it will be safe for you to go. How will the trip go for Princess Laura at the river? How will it go for her? Okay, How will it go for her? The trip will go. How will the trip go? 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 Okay, so overall, I think overall the trip will go pretty good with the Empress card and the World card in reverse. It's something that will help you kind of step out of your comfort zone. So you won't be like fully in your element, but you will regain a new sense of confidence having gone through this new experience. Um, you may not know everyone in this trip, or maybe you're not that close of friends with all of the people here. So that's why I have this communication card in reverse, this emotional satisfaction card in reverse, and this sense of stability and grounded card in reverse. So yeah, so that's the only reason why these cards are in reverse. But overall, it would go pretty well, and you'll end up like this Empress here from the experience. So I would say, yeah, go on the trip. Um, no problem, Josh. You're welcome, Princess Laura. All right, lovely folks. Thank you, Benita, for moderating. It is now time for me to say farewell to all of you and bid you adieu and good night. And I'll see you on the next live. Okay, bye, guys. Thanks, Benita. Bye.